Another day, another ride. Hello dear viewer. The tent pitches at Trolltunga camping were beautiful situated right on the water, but I preferred to rent a room and the cabins were all occupied. The room itself was fine. Just like at campsites there was a shared bathroom, but unfortunately one of the other guests had left it so dirty that I didn't want to shower there. Only afterward did I realize there must be other showers for the campers, and perhaps those could have been used. Today I have to take 2 more ferries, so I'll have to wait and see how far I can ride today, as I don't know the ferry departure times. In any case, I have a route planned to Egersund. Luckily, I still had the banana that I ate in the morning before leaving. I didn't realize it was Sunday today and that all the shops, restaurants and coffee shops were closed. I was at the ferry terminal at Songesund before 2 p.m, but the departure wasn't scheduled for 5 p.m. Luckily there was a waiting area with a toilet and a power outlet, so I could spend the time editing a video. Normally you can buy food and drinks in the waiting area, but that's no longer possible at this time of year. Luckily someone did come to clean the toilet, and this woman was kind enough to at least give me one of the remaining cans of soda. I still had 6 slices of cheese, which I ate for lunch. No food was offered on board the ferry either. There was only coffee, which was free due to the lack of a restaurant on board, and it tasted great. The ferry arrived in Lovik around 6:45 p.m, and there was absolutely nothing there. No shop, restaurant, hotel or campsite, so I headed towards Egersund, feeling quite hungry by then. Shortly after leaving Lovik, it started getting dark and raining, so I desperately needed a place to spend the night. Unfortunately, everything I could find was closed, so I ended up riding on to Egersund, arriving at the hotel just before 8:30 p.m. However, the hotel restaurant was also not open because it was Sunday, and in Egersund itself, the restaurants had already closed, except for the local kebab takeaway. I can honestly say that I've never tasted a kebab taste so good, and that wasn't just because of the quality. Still, it wasn't all doom and gloom today. Just after Odda, I came across a few beautiful waterfalls, and after that I was able to play tourist regularly. It was a bit of a shock when, due to a moment of distraction, I veered onto the wrong side of the road during construction. Luckily there was no oncoming traffic. And then you're also lucky enough to end up on the Songesundvegen. It was such a beautiful stretch that I made a separate video of it. See the link in the description.